Hi everyone, welcome to Relatively Refined. My name is Patty and I am so glad you stopped by. In today's video, you're going to watch this summer girl start to embrace fall. Stick around.
All right, everyone. I had just had my furnace cleaned and inspected for the heating season that is right around the corner. And I am here waiting for my pool to be closed. They will be coming today. So I feel like that is a sign that I need to make some changes. And I'll say it. I've said it once. I've said it 100 times. I'm a summer girl. I really, I really love summer and I hang on probably way too long. I definitely am not one that starts fall decorating early, but we're at the end of September. Like I said, my pool is getting closed today. My furnace was just cleaned and inspected. So I guess we're going to go with this. So I have these hydrangea napkins that I absolutely love. This adorable periwinkle jar candle and this super cute ramekin that my sister Paula sent me from the Nostalgic Wick. I think I like the brass candlesticks. Those are Baldwin brass, but maybe the green is summer. I was really into blue and green this summer. And my dried hydrangea and the blue vase, I'll see if I can do better. I just put these up. I had these wall sconces. I've had them for a minute and I finally got them up on the wall. So I'll do something with those. Maybe I'll put a candle in those for fall. So I'm gonna try to tackle this little area today and see what I can do to make it look a little bit more seasonally appropriate, shall we? Okay, before I get putting some things around, I am gonna slice into this bread. I just made 2 loaves of sourdough this morning. And this sprig of rosemary, which looks so artsy right here, I actually used some last night and I had one stalk left over. I meant to put it in the compost, but I'm just gonna leave it there because it's so artsy. And I brewed a pot of tea. I am nearly half done with it. It's just a rainy, awful day. So I'm gonna have a slice of bread and some tea. And I have pulled out some fall items that I'm just gonna be doing some quick swaps with. I've got some taper candles. I love Mulhollow. I have this. This is the potpourri, the orange cinnamon potpourri, orange spice potpourri that I had last year. I just put it in a Ziploc baggie and it still smells fabulous. And then I had some other candles that were in my stash. I think some I thrifted. So that's pretty much, oh, and I have a table runner that I will be looking to put out. So my kitchen I like to do in more of a homey country New England feel, and then the rest of my house is a little bit more formal. So anyway, I'm gonna get going on that. But first things first, tea and bread.
Okay, so I have this gorgeous orange mum and I am swapping out my hydrangea and putting it in this nice ironstone tureen base. And I'm just gonna put that in the center of my hunt board like that. Now, these green candles, I think I'm going to swap these out. I did a green and blue summer theme, but I'm also going to put some different candles in the top in these sconces. And I think I have just the right color. I love this squash color. It really plays off of this. And I think up here on the wall, this will be perfect if I can get them straight. I'm not sure. I'll have to play around with that. definitely going to need to play around with that. There's that. The lighting is terrible today. It is pitch dark. I have every light on and a ring light, and it still is not enough. So I have these Mulhollow tapers in the brass candlesticks, and I might put a hurricane over these. And I can see this is crooked. Okay, there's that. Okay, so I have been playing around with this a little bit, and I decided I do like the candle with a hurricane, and the two of them over here were a little bit crowded, so I'll show you where I put the other one. And I found this little orange. My daughter had a candle. She bought a candle at TJ Maxx, I think, and it was in this. It had a nice lid. And I just got the, froze the candle, popped it out, and I just put some pine cones in it. And the lid is almost like a coaster, but smaller. And I like to use these little coasters that you see from time to time, even though this is a candle lid. I like to use it to rest my snuffer on, because you can see the wax that gets all over it. It was the lid to this. And I just flipped it over, and I'm using it to rest that on. So I'm pretty happy with how this came out. Like I said, I'll show you where the other one went. And I love the candles in here. And I know they don't look straight. I need to put some aluminum foil in there to balance it out. It's just because there's some residual wax in the candle holders that are causing it to do that. These are great. These are a brass set that I thrifted. So anyway, that's my hunt board. I don't love the placemat on it, but I just get so nervous about things leaving water stains. So simple. I just wanted to show you what I did with the other candle and what I did with some of the things that were on the hunt board. So this piece of furniture I bought at an antique store last year. And do you ever have those pieces of furniture that you wish you had like 6 of, because it just looks good no matter where I put it? So this was in my dining room, and I moved it here. It will be somewhat temporary because my Christmas tree will be here, but then it will come back because I absolutely love this piece. And I do like to have a little bit of black in each room. So on this piece, I have the hydrangea in the thrifted vase, I guess you could say. You can't put water in because it has cutouts in it, but it has that nice chinoiserie look, which is so lovely with hydrangea. I have it just stacked on some books. And there is that other brass candlestick with the beeswax candle. I think the darker color is really nice in here. And this is just a thrifted lamp, brass, which I love. And then this coaster is perfect also for a snuffer. You could put a bottle of wine, you can put a glass, whatever. I just like to leave that there. And of course, everything looks so good with that beautiful print that Judy sent me. I think it's just perfect. Okay, I have moved on to my table, and let's see, I can turn it around in just a sec. But I wanted to show you, I like to keep some fruit on the table. Now this time of year we have fresh picked apples. I do not have any right now. I am going this weekend. But what I do have in abundance are pears from our pear tree, and they're really good, but they are not pretty. This is what they look like. They're all mottled, and they have lots of spots on them. I mean, that's just not, and this is honestly one of the prettier ones that I just grabbed. They taste delicious, and we do eat them, but I don't know that it's worthy of a centerpiece. Plus they are getting soft, so I'm afraid I'm going to have fruit flies. Let me turn you around and show you what I got going on. This is the faux fruit. These are just apples. They're about the same color as my pears, but you can see not really something you'd want to show off. So I just went with this table runner in these nice muted taupe and cream. And I have black candlesticks and just a basket of fruit. Super simple, colonial. I need to get candles for these. These are relatively tall candlesticks. So I need to get shorter candles. Otherwise, it's just too tall. The only candles I have are tall. So a tall candlestick with a tall candle is just going to be ridiculous for this table. So I need to go to the store now and get some shorter tapers. I really like the Mulhollow beeswax ones.
I did end up going to get some candles, and I was going to get beeswax, but I saw this ivory color and I just thought it was really, really pretty and might be appropriate to carry over into Christmas. So I decided to go with that instead of the darker beeswax. I also did, my husband and son went apple picking, and I do have fresh apples, but honestly, I love the color of these fake ones so much, I decided to leave them. And the other ones I will just eat out of the bag or cook up in applesauce or apple pie. So this is the way my table looks for, until probably end of October, when I might add a little bit of Halloween touches to it, but I love this.
I'm going to swap out this awesome honey pear potpourri for this orange spice potpourri. I think this has a nice warm fall scent and look to it. And I'll save this and I'll bring this back out after Christmas. Okay, well, here is that potpourri, easy peasy switch. I'm just going to pop this where the other potpourri was, and we'll be ready for fall.
I also did a little bit of rearranging in this corner of my dining room. I ended up picking some more flowers before they go, more zinnias. And I have my pheasants have made their appearance. I've got to tighten this up, shore it up, but I did a little bit of rearranging. I do like a little bit of pop of black in every room. So I have this, I thrifted this, or if you remember, it's a bouillotte lamp. And I love that it is black and gold. And so it works with this federal style mirror. And my pheasants. And then of course I love these candlesticks with hurricanes, as you saw on my mantle. This one is just a little brass one, and I think it's so pretty. So obviously this plate is not working and I got to clean it up, but I just needed something quickly to protect the bottom. I have other options, but originally I had a big mum there, which looked gorgeous, but I needed to get the mum outside to get some sun. So I should have swapped that plate out. Now it's bothering me, but I think you'll get the idea. And I moved this pillow down here. This was actually on my bed, and I love this velvet pillow cover. I got this at TJ Maxx. It's made in Italy, and it is the nicest pillow cover. I got it on clearance, and I just have a down insert in there. And like I said, this was on my bed, and I just brought it down because I love this shade of orange, and just a little bit of color, a little bit of fall in this room, I think is perfect. And that's really it.
Well, hello there. You can see the bright sun out today. I'll try to maybe go over here. So we are going to head to, yes, we're going to head to the thrift store. It's Tuesday. This thrift store has very limited hours, and so I'm going to go there first. They just had a clean out and are switched over, so all their new fall merch is in stock, so I'm excited to check it out. Additionally, I have a few errands to run. We just had our pool closed yesterday, so I need to get some filter cleaner. so that I can clean the filter. How about that? And I'm going to get some woolite because I need to wash a dress that belongs to my daughter, and it's very delicate and I don't want to mess it up. So I just need a little bit of woolite to use in my gentle cycle, and I'm going to try to get it out into the sun this afternoon. So without further ado, let's head to the thrift store in Essex and see if we can't find some new treasures. All right. Well, it is the next day, and I did get a chance to check out the thrift store in Essex for their transition to fall. And I am sorry to report I didn't find anything there, which is very unusual. I don't know that I have ever walked out of that store with nothing, and I did. But all was not lost because I did make a few other stops and I did get a few nice things that I'm pretty excited about. I will save the best for last, but I'm going to show you a few things that I got and I'm very, very excited. So, at another church thrift store that I frequent once a week, I did manage to get 4 nice things and I spent $8 total. Each item was $2. So I'll start with the first item because it's the biggest and it's actually got something in it. So I'll take this out. Well, maybe I'll start with what's in it and then I'll show you the item. So what I got was a raincoat, and I'm really excited to show this to you because I need to wash it. This thrift store is impeccably clean, and most of the clothing, although I wouldn't do it, most of the clothing you could probably put on right from the store. It doesn't have an odor. It's immaculate. I think they launder it right there at the church before they put it out, or at least clean it somehow. But when you walk in this particular thrift store, you come in the back entrance and there's a hallway. To the left is a large room where they sort the items, and that's where the donations go. And to the right is the actual store. And then straight ahead is a corridor. And along there, they have a rack, and that's where they keep outerwear. So winter coats, spring coats, I think jeans too, and some bulkier items that they don't put in the actual store. In that corridor, the coats, there is a odor. It's not a terrible odor. It's just a little bit stale smelling. So I'm anxious to wash this because this does have a little odor, but it is super clean. It is from the brand Eddie Bauer, a size medium. So it's nice on me because it fits over a sweater or a bulkier thing. It's going to be hard to see from my position. I'll try to back up a little. So not much to see. A couple things about this coat that I'm interested in. My daughter and I shared a lot of our coats. We have the same size coats, and she is now away at college, and she took the raincoat that we shared, and I miss it. But I do not want to buy a replacement raincoat because I can thrift one, right? So this was perfect. It is in perfect shape. It literally looks to hardly have been worn. It's got some nice pockets. I really, really like to see this detail. This is a reflective piping. And, in the fall and winter, it gets dark very early here. So I do like to have some kind of a reflection. I don't typically walk at night, but sometimes it sneaks up quickly. And I really do like that added feature. It is just a good waterproof coat, has a jacket, it has a nice hood. So this will be great for walking. It'll be great for the fall, late fall. And I like that it was red. I feel like every coat and jacket I own is black. So this is great. I'm just going to quickly launder it and hang it up to dry. But the inside, sometimes you'll see tearing and so even some disintegration sometimes on the inside. Absolutely none of that. So this is a great jacket. I'm excited to have this. Then the second item is something I did not need, but I'm really pleased with, and it is a tote bag. I feel like you can't be a woman of a certain age without a tote bag collection, and I sure have one. But $2 again. This one is Land's End. It's right here. A lot of things about this I love. It is water resistant. So if you can hear, it's like nylon. You can easily wipe it off. If you spill something in it, you can hose it off, sponge it off, wipe it off, and it's great. I thought that would be a great feature for the beach. It's got some nice deep external pockets, which I really like for water bottles. It also stands, the shape of it is it's kind of taller and narrower, so it sits nicely. Even the straps are nylon. It has also this external pocket in the back, so that's great for a phone or whatever. The inside has, it's super clean. You can see that. There is nothing in it. Again, sometimes I think, does anyone use these? But it has a nice interior pocket with a zipper, so you can keep your valuables if you're at the beach and you want to take your jewelry off and put it in a zippered pocket. That works. And then it has a mesh pocket, which now that I look at was probably made for a phone. So it's a great size, great condition, $2. It has this nice tab on it too. So if you have like a clip, you can clip your keys to it. And I just feel like you can never have too many tote bags, although I'm probably pushing my limit here. So that was a great find for $2. And I actually carried my stuff to the car in it. And you know, when you think about a reusable bag at the grocery store being $1, this was just $1 more, and it's fabulous. And it's pink. And this item is going to be hard to show you. I'll do my best. This is a shirt that I got at that thrift store. It is a long sleeve Lululemon. I've already washed it and folded it. And it is, my daughter loves Lululemon and she loves the long sleeve shirts. But really, I loved it because it was orange. And I am putting together a boo basket for her, like a care package for school for Halloween, and just a few little items that I thought she would like, some pumpkin body scrub and different things like that. So I thought it would be fun to put this in here because it's orange. I tied it with a little black velvet ribbon that I had in my Christmas ribbon stash, and I laundered it. This shirt, I believe, is an older one. New Lululemon, I feel like this is a better quality. So that's why I think it's older. It's thicker, it's softer, and has a little bit more stretch to it versus the newer style long sleeves that are stiffer and thinner. So I think this one will be nice and warm. So it has a little bit of a, let's see if you can see in the back, a little bit of a detailed stripe on it. But anyway, I just plucked this out of the basket I have prepared for her. I'll run it back up, but I just wanted you to see. I paid $2 for this, and that was a great deal. And the final thing I got at that particular store, a gift for my son. I don't know that he's going to use this. It's a Green Bay Packers checkers set, and it is official NFL licensed. It has the original NFL holographic sticker on the side, and I would see this more as like a collector piece for my son. My youngest son, Charles, is a big Green Bay Packers fan, has been since he was this big. And so I just thought this was a neat thing to have. I did check it out. It is new. In fact, there are stickers that go on like the pieces and the helmets, and not all of them are even off of the sticker sheet. So I don't believe it's ever been used. Every piece is in here. And so I don't know if he'll actually play it or just display it on a shelf in his room or just keep as a keepsake. I just couldn't leave it there, especially when I know how much officially licensed NFL merchandise is. It's very expensive. So I was happy to find this. I will just give it to him. I suspect he'll probably leave it here in his room and maybe display it, and that is perfectly fine. Now, back to the trip to Essex where I didn't find anything. As I have said before, there are a few thrift stores nearby. There's a Goodwill, a Restore, and a Resource. So all was not lost, though I didn't get much. I went across the street to the Goodwill and I got a couple of things there, little things. So the first thing I got was this pewter bud vase, which I love. Growing up, we had a bud vase just like this, pewter. This one is made in Holland. It's in really great shape. Not anything I really needed, but I think this would be super cute on a end table in a guest room, in a bathroom with just a single flower in it. You probably remember, I'll show you, I purchased this at a Fill-A-Bag sale. This is a pewter bud vase that's sort of this really sweet trumpet shape, and I just have some of these little flowers in it. I actually really like this one better than this one, but they sort of could serve the same purpose. So this will probably just go in my dish cupboard for now. And then I think eventually it'll make its way into a guest room, or if I have a single rose or a single flower, be sweet on a windowsill, guest room, whatever. This was marked $2. It was a gray sticker, which was half off that day. So I paid $1. And this is something I actually can always use. And this was also $1. I got to figure out how this works. Okay, there we go. This is just a little, I think they're called like a plate holder or a book holder or a piece of artwork holder. Anyway, it's a little stand that you can use for any of the above plates, artwork, books. And I am always looking for these because on end tables, I like to display a platter or a plate. Very often I'll put a book or an old photograph that I want to display. What I liked about this one, and I don't think this is old or of any value at all, but I really liked, if you can see this, the little pineapples on the end. I thought that was really different and sweet, and I really liked to see that. So sometimes it's the little things, and I thought with fall coming, this brass gold color is kind of nice, and I thought maybe a fall book would be really pretty in that, or an old photograph, something. I will find a use for this, but I do not usually pass these up. So again, I don't think it's of any real value, but it is useful, and it also folds, so it's a little bit easier to store. I can just put this in a drawer, and when I need it, out it comes. And that was my Goodwill. So $2 at the Goodwill. Then I went to the Habitat Restore, and that's where I got the thing I'm most excited about. Okay, so if you watched last week's video, my sister Paula did a great job of sharing some fall inspiration. She was looking for ideas, and she shared something. I'll actually link the video above in the iCards, and it'll be in the description box. But she mentioned our grandmother's dishes, and they were the Pfalzgraff brown drip pottery. And my grandmother had a full set of those. She had them in the hutch in her dining room. And so Paula has decided she is going to start collecting those. And I was so happy because I've been looking for her, and I was in the Restore, and they had a couple of big tables. They did something which I thought was actually very smart. They had all the random dinner plates and a few other size plates, but mostly plates for $0.25 each. And yes, I found the Pfalzgraff. I'm gonna have to hold it at an angle because of the lighting. The Pfalzgraff dishes that our grandmother had. And this, they had 3 dinner plates, and I grabbed them all. There are no marks. There's not even like utensil or fork marks on them. There's no chips, nicks. They're in incredible shape. Aren't they gorgeous? I can so see this on a fall table. In fact, I said to Paula, wow, I really love these. I may have to start collecting these. And then I remembered, no, you've got plenty of dishes. And I'm really more of a China girl, more delicate. So I'm not as much into the pottery as Paula is. And while I do love these and would certainly love a setting of these, particularly in the fall, I just don't have room for them. So there were 3 of these. I'll show all 3 because they're all slightly different, different shades, different darknesses. There's this one. Put that behind me. There is this one. This one is kind of the medium. That first one is the lightest. This is sort of like the medium. Oh, and they have, because they were on the table, everything was 25 cents. They don't have a sticker on them, which is great. But they do, I don't think you'll ever be able to see this in the reflection, but they do have the Pfalzgraff stamp in the back. There's this one, and then this last one is the darkest of them all, and maybe my favorite. It's the most unique. I haven't cleaned these, and I probably won't. I'm just gonna send them to her. But like you can see how it's like lighter on this side and darker on that, and that's just not the reflection. That's really how they look. So beautiful. Love these, love these. So I have 3 of those that will be going to her. So now I need to figure out how to package them because Paula is the packing queen. So, by the time they're shipped, the 75 cents, they may end up averaging out to the price of something in an antique store, but whatever. I love, love, love to thrift for other people. And if I know somebody is collecting something, it's like a challenge to go and find it. And I know she has cups and saucers and I think some bowls. So she did not have dinner plates. Here's 3. She'll just need to find 5 or 7 more and she'll have a lovely place setting. And I know she's trying to get it together by Thanksgiving. So who knows? We'll see. These will be going out. I'm happy to film this today because they will be going out tomorrow. And that is it for my little haul. I hope you enjoyed that. And yeah, I was pretty excited. So as disappointed as I was in my Essex store, I'll be back next week. I'm sure all will be fine. And but for now, I'm pretty happy with that little collection.
And I'm just putting this Wedgwood plate here. It looks super cute. I'll obviously change it out for fall, but I do love the birds on this. I think that's perfect. Ash will show up in here. Here we go. So here is my little bud vase next to the pewter in my hutch. I also have this little bit of pewter here, so I think it looks nice there. In my mudroom, I'm just gonna put this on the hook. I really like this bag. So here is this Eddie Bauer jacket. I love it. It fits great. I love that it's red. I love it. It has a pocket here. Of course, the main pockets. Let's see if I can switch hands. Go. Main pockets. So I know this isn't the best angle and I'm holding my phone up, covering up my face, but you get the idea. It's really nice.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. That's all I have for you today. I have my bubble wrap and my boxes, and I'm going to get packaging up Paula's dishes to send out to her. So I really appreciate you spending some time with me. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up or a like. Leave a comment. Let me know what you thought. And also let us know where you're watching from. I find it very interesting that we have viewers from all over the globe. So drop a comment and let us know where you are watching this video from. If you enjoyed this, please, if you have not done so already, go ahead and subscribe to our channel, share the video, get the word out. We really enjoy bringing you this content, and we appreciate each and every one of you. All right, everyone, take care and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye now.